Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 96. It feels like it's 96 degrees upstairs in my craft room because this is up in like the attic portion of my house, and I turned the air conditioner off up here. We do have central air, but it doesn't come up real well upstairs here, so I have a window air conditioner. But I'm afraid if it's running, it's going to be too noisy. So you can judge the temperature by how red my nose gets, because the warmer I get, the redder my nose turns. So I'm going to look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by the end of the episode. So let's get started. This week, I've gotten a lot more done than I ever expected to get done because I had an unexpected sort of vacation. If you watched really close last week, I had this red spot on my face right here. I thought I had poison ivy. It was not poison ivy. Over the weekend, whatever the rash was I had spread over my entire body, and this is probably entirely too much information. But needless to say, because the doctor didn't know what it was, we didn't know if I was contagious. It was not shingles, so that was good, but didn't know if I was contagious, so I had to take off all week last week. So I couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do a whole lot, so I did a lot of knitting and crocheting. So I have a good bit of things to show to you, but I am all better now, and they think that whatever it was that caused the rash, it was something that I maybe breathed in. I didn't come in contact with anything other than I pulled a couple of weeds. And my hands didn't break out from touching the weeds, but they think maybe I inhaled something and some of the spores or something, and it came out through my skin. But it was icky and it itched like crazy. So enough about my strange rash. But anyway, that would explain why I've got lots of things to show to you today. That being said, let's get started. I have my sweater. I almost finished my sweater this week. It will definitely be done for next week because I am at the decreases. Let's see if I can to show you this. I'm at the decreases where the two, where is it at? Where the two cables are becoming one cable. Here you can see it. I'm at the portion of the decrease. Right here, you can see it started with two cables right here, and now it is joined into one. So I am coming right up on the neck portion right in here now. So, yeah, I don't have that much to go. I was hoping I would get it done, but I am planning on getting it finished this week and blocked, and then I will film when I cut it open so all of us can, like, watch and bite our nails together. So, and I don't know why, but I always pick to work on warm projects when it's really hot. We are having like a heat wave out here. Today's maybe in the 80s Fahrenheit, but it's been in the 90s all week long. And I'm sitting there knitting a wool sweater. What am I thinking? I've gotten so, when you're going through menopause, you get hot flashes. I'm getting sweater flashes. I keep this handy. And when I start having the sweater sitting on my lap and I start getting warm, I start doing this. My husband looks over and goes, "Are you hot flashing?" I was like, "No, I'm sweater flashing." So, yes, this is my tool of choice all week long has been this fan. Because with that wool sweater and it's heavy and it's bulky and it's sitting on my lap, yeah, not the best project to be working on in warm weather. So that is my sweater. So like I said, hopefully it will be done next week and we can see the final product. I am so ready to be done with it. The next project I've got going on is There Is Water at the Bottom of the Ocean. It's a Barbara Benson design. This is knitted. And I got another section of that done. You can see on my stitch marker where I was at last week. I was right here. So I got another section of about 12 rows. I'm not sure how wide the rows are at this point. I know they're a good bit. So let me hold this back. It's kind of all bunched up on the needles right now. And it is top down. So you're looking at this portion here is actually the bottom. So you're knitting it from the top and working your way down. And this is for my daughter-in-law. And there's what the pattern looks like when it's opened up. So it's a pretty shawl. I'm just, like I've said before, not in love with the yarn. I love the way it feels. I'm just not crazy about the way it looks. But I do like the color, and the color is like perfect for my daughter-in-law because she's got like this color eyes. So it'll go really good. She wears a lot of this color. So that is my project for Renee. And Renee, if you're watching, please pretend you did not see a thing. Act surprised at Christmas time. The next thing I have going on is I'm working on another shawl design. Now, something a little different, because when I showed this to you last week, it was blue. Now it's brown. And there's a reason for that, because I knitted all of the solid blue section and I went to attach the next color of blue, which was a Party of 5 from Sweet Georgia. It's a pack of mini skeins that I wanted to put together with it. And I looked at it, and the blue it was not the right color blue. It was a denim blue, and it just didn't go really well with it. And it's funny because this blue, I'm having a hard time finding the exact right color to go. I had some navy blue that I tried it with first, and the navy blue up against the Party of 5 colors almost looked purpley. It just had kind of purple undertones. It didn't look appealing at all. So then I bought the denim, and I tried the denim up against it, and once I saw it knit up, it was like, I don't really like it either. So I'm hoping the third time is the try. It's going to be the winner, because other than going to the color of white, I really want the background to be a blue. And this is Craftsy Cloudborne yarn that I was using, and in our Come and Get It section, Craftsy is having a 50% off Labor Day sale on some supplies only through Monday. So when I finish filming, I'm going to do some ordering, because they've got one more light sky blue color that might be my last resort to see if it's going to work with. So I'm going to try to order that while I can. So let me show you what I've got. This is going to be a long shawl. It should turn out, if it works out in theory, it should turn out sort of triangular. I don't want to give too many details away, but it does have short rows in it, which means you don't knit all the way across. So it starts out really narrow here, and you can see this is the Cloudborne yarn here. This is Cloudborne Taupe, I think it was called Taupe Heather. And then this is Knit Picks, and I'll show you the color what that is in a minute. And this has some texture to it. You can see when it changes color. And then it gets over to this side, it's at its widest. So one side will be really wide, and the other side of the shawl should taper down. In theory, that's what I want it to be. So this is it so far, and it starts out at 300 stitches all the way across. And then it just keeps gradually narrowing. If you hear noise in the background, there is a thunderstorm coming through, and I hear rain hitting outside. So anyway, the color I am using right now, Oregon Coast Heather. So this first color is the Craftsy Cloudborne, and that is the Taupe Heather, and then this is Oregon Coast Heather. And then the other colors that are going to go into it, I have 4 other browns. So there is going to be, these are all Knit Picks, by the way. This one is Knit Picks Camel Heather. And this one is Briar Heather. And this one's called Doe, as in doe a deer. And this one is, I have 2 Briar Heathers. I have another 4th color. I grabbed 2 of the same. Originally this was going to be the background color, and then I changed my mind. So I do have another color that's apparently I didn't bring up. So there's 5 colors plus a main color that are going to be in this. And this is Knit Picks palette yarn, which if you're looking for a really good deal, it is nice yarn. It's 100% Highland wool. It's a fingering weight. And there is 231 yards in a 50-gram skein. And it usually runs like $3 to $4. So, and it's decent yarn. I use it a lot for different things. In fact, it's one of the more common ones I knit with. I also use a lot of the Cloudborne sock fiber, which is what the base of the shawl is done in. So that is my design shawl that I've been working on. And now you guys that are crocheting are going to be so proud of me. Last week I told you I was starting on the Tega shawl, and it was a charted pattern. So I was a little intimidated because I haven't done any charted patterns before. And Chris Gabani, one of our viewers, had suggested that maybe if I looked at the chart, I should write the chart out into a written form, and maybe that would help me. So I thought about that, and I was going to do it, and then I thought, let's give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't turn out, I'll just rip it out. No big problem. I have not had to rip it out. I am knitting this with Plymouth yarn. It's called Hot Cakes. Somebody asked me where I got this from. I got this from a little yarn shop up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It was called the Speckled Sheep. And I think I paid around $13 or $14 for it. It is machine washable. It says machine wash, gentle cycle, tumble on low. It is a worsted weight, and it is 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and there's 404 yards in it, so in a 200-gram skein. So it's really soft. If you can't find this, because this is the only place I've seen it, I'm sure you can get it online somewhere, but your Mandela yarns, any of those are going to work. So, you know, check out Knit Picks or Lion Brand, any of those, they'll carry something like that. So anyway, let me show you how far I've gotten with the Tega shawl. And someone else had contacted me, one of the viewers had said that she's also doing a Tega shawl. So if you happen to be doing this shawl, send me a picture. Or if you've done the virus shawl or the virus meets granny shawl, I would love to see patterns that I've done so far and see what other people's looks like. So some of you have sent me those pictures, so please feel free to send them to my email address. That's KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com. So here is my Tega shawl so far. Right now it looks like it would fit like one of those American Girl dolls, so it's kind of small, but I'm really proud. I have been using a chart, so I feel like I'm learning something. So here it is in the top, and there it is. And it is a very basic pattern, and it has a lot of single crochet on it. And I really am liking the single crochet. I love the way it looks, how it's right here. It just reminds me of basket weave. So it's just you do a few rows of single crochet, and then you do double crochet, and then you just repeat this pattern. I think it's 7 to 9 times, and then you put an edge on it. So it's really simple, which is good since I can handle that as a new crocheter. But I'm having a good time with this. This has been my car. I used to only have car knitting. Now I have car knitting or car crochet. So that has been my little project with that. And again, that is the Tega pattern, and that is a free pattern on Ravelry. So it doesn't cost you anything if you want to check it out. So we have that going on, and then because I've been home all this time, if you watched Wednesday, we had our first Knitting 101 school, which was teaching how to do 2 different cast-ons. So I've been actually filming that ahead of time. I've so far filmed 4 weeks. So we are up to, I think September 19th is already preloaded and ready to go. So this coming week, you're going to learn the knit stitch, which is this one. And then the week after that, you're going to learn the purl, which is this purl and the knit together combined to make a stockinette. And then we are doing ribbing stitching. And then after that, it's going to be basket weave and the seed stitch. We're spending 3 weeks doing different combinations of the knit and purl stitch so that we really have it down for changing between the two, because those are the 2 basic foundational stitches for knitting. There's not lots and lots and lots of crazy stitches with knitting. They all kind of are based on those 2 stitches. You might put a yarn over, or you might knit 2 stitches together, but those are your 2 foundational ones, so we want to make sure that we've got those down really well, and there's a lot you can do with just those 2 stitches. So I've been filming that. So like I said, I've got 4 episodes ready to go with those. Then today ends, well, when you're watching it, it ended yesterday, but I'm filming this Friday evening. It's after 5 o'clock, so our Tote Along has officially ended, and we got everybody in. There was a couple people that had said, I'm trying to finish up, and I was like, that's fine, and they made it right in time for the deadline, so we got everybody in there. So without further ado, I'm going to insert a clip showing you pictures of everybody's work. Now, I was completely and totally overwhelmed by how many people entered this. We had 37 entries. So you guys just totally surprised me. We had a total of 37. I'm going to get I have a track phone, which for those of you who are not in the US, it's a pay by phone call phone. So it takes me a while to get data to come up on it. So I have random.org right here, and I'm going to enter 1 to 37. And the number is 34. Here you can see it right here. Hopefully that's showing up well. So number 34 is Kathleen. So Kathleen, if you would contact me at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and give me your address, you have won the yarn. So Kathleen, congratulations. And Kathleen entered 3 different bags. And we had several people who entered more than one bag. Some of you had 2, some of you had 3. Triplet Mom 1, 2, 3, 4 totally blew me out of the water. Her name's Triplet Mom, so I'm assuming she has triplets. She did 5 bags. I have a dog and a husband, and there's no way I would have ever gotten that much done. So I'm truly impressed. I really am. Talk about multitasking. Yeah. So anyway, Kathleen, congratulations. And thank you to everybody who participated in this. This has been a lot of fun, and the response to it was really overwhelming. I did not expect that many people to participate. I've done knit-alongs before and maybe had 7 or 8 people join in, so this was exciting. So that was fun. We had a good time with it. And we are going to have another make-along running. It's actually starting today because you're watching this on September 1st. So we are going to have a fall along. Now, I don't want to leave anybody out. So this is open to quilting, spinning, crocheting, knitting, or weaving. So I think that pretty much covers anything that I could think of. And all it has to be is a fall-related project. It can be something that you use for home decor. It can be something that you use for your house. It could be either. So I think the 2 projects I'm making 1 knitted and 1 crocheted. I want to make an 8-pointed star in crochet out of the colors that I made my tote out of, the green and the orange and the gold. So I want to make that, but I don't want to make it full blanket size. I want to make it like a centerpiece for my table. So I'm going to do that for my crochet project. And my knitted project, I have a Craftsy kit that is a poncho, and it's in rusts and tans and creams and browns. And so I'm going to work on those. Actually, those are going to be my 2 vacation knits that I'm going to take with me on vacation in a few weeks to work on. For my car knitting and my hotel knitting and crocheting and all that kind of stuff. So those are my 2 projects, but the fall along is going to run from September 1st until November 30th. So I figure by the time we all eat Thanksgiving dinner, which is right around the end of November here in the U.S., when we finish Thanksgiving dinner, we are going to be thinking of Christmas. So we're going to run the fall along from September 1st until the end of November. The prize is yet to be announced. It's probably going to be yarn, but you never know. At this point, I'm thinking that's what it's going to be. So again, I will put a open thread for chatter and for finished objects over in the Ravelry page, so you can check those out. Now we have show and tell this week. We have Tina posted a picture of a lacy shawl that she crocheted. And I asked her where she got the pattern, and she said it was actually, she saw it on YouTube. She saw someone making it, and then she did little modifications to it. So I'm going to stick a picture in of that. And then Charlene, who also entered some totes in the Tote Along, she's been very busy too, because she posted a picture of a shawl called the Lost Souls shawl that she finished. So I'm going to insert that picture. A few weeks ago on Facebook, she had put the little body of a doll that she had made, and she posted the finished picture in Facebook the other day. And so it has little clothes and everything. It's really cute. And I think she said she got the idea or the pattern from the Proper Pineapple, which is a crochet podcast. So I'm going to insert the picture of her finished doll here. So now we have another giveaway. Today is the day of giveaways. We did a giveaway. Yoka and I combined efforts last week, and if you win this giveaway, you get a pre-release pattern of the Japanese-inspired bag. It's a yarn ball bag, like a yarn caddy for, you can hang it over your wrist while you're knitting socks, or you can store, little things in it, like a gift bag type of size. So she offered that, and it is going to be released to everybody in English, but if you win this, you get a pre-release before it actually becomes public. So, and I am releasing, along with that giveaway, a pattern of your choice from one of the patterns that I've knitted. And I showed those last week, so that would be the Banner Unfurled, the Keeping You in Stitches, or the Katrina's Kerchief Cowl. So it's between those three. And I was kind of interested to see which pattern was the most popular. Apparently it was the Keeping You in Stitches. And here's something else that's interesting. If you want to participate in our fall along, if you watch the Once Upon a Corgi podcast, she and another podcaster are also doing a fall along. So you could double dip. If you want to enter, if you want to put it, whatever you enter in mine, you could also enter in theirs, because I don't have a problem with double dipping. So anyway, just, you know, to make your project go the extra mile, you could enter it in their giveaway as well. So go over and check it out on her website or on her podcast. And she's also going to be, I donated one of the patterns for the Keeping You in Stitches for her giveaway as well. So with that, let's choose a winner. We had 75 entries with this. So let me once again get my random generator up. Okay, I have 1 through 75. And the winner is number 67. Right there. And number 67 is Elizabeth Nellison. I will put that up right here. And she wants the Banner Unfurled pattern. So Elizabeth, if you would contact me either through Ravelry or contact me through my email, one of the two, and let me know either if you have a Ravelry account, then Yoka and I will send the patterns right to your Ravelry account. If you don't have a Ravelry account, then let me know through the email, and we will send it as like a PDF through your email, and we'll just send it as an attachment. So either way, but let me know either, like I said, through KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com, or just contact me over in Ravelry in the email over there. So congratulations, Elizabeth, and congratulations, Kathleen. This has been a wonderful giveaway week. We are now at we ended our knit crate, the big knit crate giveaway. As far as I know at this point, I haven't heard that they're going to do another giveaway like they did last month in August, where you got a free skein or free extra box of yarn. I haven't heard anything about them doing that again. However, they do offer 20% off of your first knit crate box. If you would like to see what I've gotten in my knit crates before, I will stick a little card up here. And if you click on that little letter I, it will take you to my other knit crate unboxings. But they do offer a 20% discount on your first subscription box. You do have to put in the coupon code KCreations20 in order to get that discount. So if you are interested, you can click a link right down below in the subscription box or the description box. It'll say show more. If you click the show more and then just scroll down, you'll see all of the offers that I have in the Come and Get It. Any of my pattern any of my patterns, anything that's up that I'm talking about is going to be down in there. So again, Knit Crate has 20% off their first box. Knit Picks is offering 30% off of their cotton yarns right now. Lion Brand, they're running a really good sale. If you go over to Lion Brand and you click the link down below, and you'll see it kind of pop up in the middle of the page, they are offering a $1 yarn bin. And some of the yarns they've got for sale, they're $1 a skein. They have Lion's Pride, Wool Spun, and they have Wool Ease. They have some other ones too, but those were names that I really recognized. And $1 a skein, can't go too far wrong. So, I mean, even if you get that and then pay the shipping, it's still cheaper than running to the store. So anyway, those of you who are looking for some cheap yarn that's decent, check that one out. Craftsy is running a Labor Day sale. It only runs from Saturday, or actually from Friday, but by the time you're seeing this, it's already Saturday. They're only running it through Monday, and it is up to 50% on all of their supplies. So I'm going to be ordering, as soon as I get off filming this, I'm going to be ordering from Craftsy to try to find the right blue I need for my project, and I need one more skein of my main color in the tan, the brown color, because I'm one skein short. I originally bought that yarn to make leggings with and didn't end up doing it, so I only have 3 skeins, so I'm going to need 4. So the other one is Annie's. I've checked out their clearance sales. They have some sales on their crochet and knit kits as well as their yarn in the clearance rack. So, but I'd say the big deal of the week is Lion Brand. Like I said, the dollar yarn bin. So check out that one. Last week's knitting school, like I said, was casting on. This upcoming week is going to be doing the knit stitch. And if you want to link to see last week's, I will put another little card right up there. When I say cards, I mean the little letter I. And you just click on that. It will take you to that video and you can get started learning to knit. So I think that is it for this week. It has been productive and it was fun. We had 2 giveaways and upcoming fall along. So don't forget to go over to Ravelry and chatter in the thread. Tell us what you're going to make. And we've had a lot of fun. I get to know you guys better talking back and forth on Facebook and Ravelry and sharing what our projects are and things. So yeah, and please feel free to send me pictures. I love to see people's projects and I like to post people's projects because we all are crafters. We like to see what each other are making. At least I do. I enjoy show and tell. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And yeah, my nose is pretty red, so it's warm up here. So I will talk to you again next Saturday. Well, actually, I will see you on Wednesday if you tune into the knitting school. Otherwise, I will see you next Friday. Otherwise, I will see you next Saturday. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great week.